That's how I'm starting to feel about dating. Like, I should have found my husband when I was like 10 before that they were like horrible human beings and life was awful. Because dating.
You know, if I had to name one main thing that determines whether or not a relationship would fail or succeed, it would be something called reciprocity. I want to share a story with you guys. I hope you don't mind. When I was about 4 years old, we had a tradition that every single year around the Christmas tree, we would all open up presents from youngest to oldest. Eventually, as we were all taking turns opening up gifts, the conversation turned to how gift giving is one of the best feelings and how giving to someone else can feel way better than getting something yourself. My mom then turned to me and told me something that I'll never forget. At first, she turned to me and asked me, what would I give my wife when I got married? What gifts would I give her? Being the young, naive little boy I was, I told her everything. She wouldn't have to work at all. She could sit back and relax and do absolutely nothing. I would take care of everything. I'd pay the bills. I'd buy her Christmas presents. I'd buy her big trucks, little toys that kids, would think of. And then something strange happened. All the adults started giggling and laughing. Me being a confused little boy, I looked at my mom when everybody settled down and started talking amongst themselves and said, wait, what's so funny about that? I don't understand. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, son, you want to know what's going to happen if you do that? And I said, what? She said, that woman is going to be over there with the neighbor when you're at work. And everybody started busting out laughing even more. When she said that, I was so confused and I didn't really understand what she meant, but it was a core memory for me. I don't think that she realized the impact that conversation had on me. Eventually, after we were done opening up presents, the parents went back to doing what they were doing, playing cards, eating crabs, and listening to music. But I pulled my mom to the side and I asked her, I'm confused. What do you mean by that? She said, if someone sees that they can take advantage of you, they will. If someone sees that they're able to do absolutely nothing while you do everything for them, why would they want to do anything for you in return? My little kid brain responded at the time and said, isn't that what anybody would want to do? Why would you want to be a bad person and hurt somebody that's doing nothing but helping you and loving you? And she said, that's the point, because they know nothing bad will happen. They see that they're able to expend little to no effort on you while you're the one putting in all the effort. And they also understand that you love them so much that no matter what they do, they couldn't mess up in your eyes. And as a kid, that bothered me. That was one of those life-altering core memories. It's kind of like quicksand or the sun blowing up in a billion years. I couldn't grasp my head around why people didn't think this was a big deal. Like, why are we not talking about this, And of course, as I got older, I see it. When you start working a 9-to-5 job, do you really think that the company is going to give a damn that you're overextending yourself and working yourself to death, doing a job that you weren't assigned to do? You're not going to get a raise. Hell, you're not going to even get a pat on the back or a firm handshake. As a matter of fact, you overworking is just going to become what they expect. And unfortunately, human nature and relationships are no different. I said all of that to say one of the main key factors in a relationship's success or failure is consistent reciprocity. As a man, we're conditioned from the very beginning to court the woman. We're conditioned to go out of our way and break our backs to get her attention. Not only get her attention, but sustain it for the rest of our lives. We're also told very damaging and misleading advice. Things like, she doesn't have to show you the same energy that you show her. You should be the one. It is constantly drilled into our minds every single day that we are the pursuers. We are the action takers. And if we want things to happen, we have to get those things ourselves and maintain them, meaning that she doesn't have to do anything but stay back. I've even seen damaging advice being given to children. You see this everywhere. Real life, TV shows, movies, you name it. If you're a real man, she wouldn't have to lift a finger. If you're a real man, you'll take care of everything and she won't have to do anything at all. But the divorce rate begs to differ. In my opinion, one of the immediate things you should do is see if the other person that you're talking to is giving you the same energy that you're giving them. As a man, yes, you might be the one to initiate first. You might be the one to reach out first, swipe right first, or whatever it is you do, online or in person. But after that, you should gauge the interest. You should see if she's just as interested in you as you are of her. How is the conversation flowing? Is she just giving you one-worded responses? Is she taking several hours to respond? Does she seem distant when you do go on a date? Is it seem like she's just going with the flow? And listen, if you want to save yourself a lot of pain and heartache, do not listen to the dumb advice of that's what she's supposed to do because you're the one who's chasing. That is how you end up in a relationship and a marriage that leads to a divorce and you losing everything. From the very beginning, She should be texting you just as much as you're texting her. If you set up the first date, she should be setting up the second date. If you engage in a conversation and bring up hobbies or topics, she should bring up the next set of hobbies and topics. By the time that you both decide to make it official, there should be no question in your mind as a man that this is the woman that's interested in you and this is someone that you want to continue to talk to. If you have any doubt in your mind whether or not this woman is interested in you, more than likely your intuition is correct. Because as women like to say, if he wanted to, he would. If she wanted to, she definitely would. There would be no question in your mind that she's interested in you. She will make it abundantly clear. So for all the men listening to this, please make sure that the woman that you're talking to loves you, likes you, and enjoys your company just as much as you enjoy hers. Never believe for a single second that you're the one who has to be putting in all the work while she just gets to sit back and relax, because that right there is a peek into the future of what your life is going to look like forever with this person.